Or was it
go.
back? Was it behind the temple or something?
Oh, just fly around and have a look for glowy thing.
Or
not.
at least try and find something that's in a render within your render distance.
Yes, which is literally nothing. Oh, it's up
there it
here.
is.
A circle in a circle. Amazing.
You found the rhythm badge.
I found
To do
a rhythm
continuous
badge.
tail attacks, hold the action button down.
Finally. Now, if I had this when I was fighting Eggman, I could. What? Did you see that? Okay. Just move and is.
I think this may be down to the models that have been updated a bit, because I think they're glitching a bit.
I think so too.
Servers are the 7 Chaos Emeralds.
Really? How many teraflops?
I mean, how many teraflops to hold one Chaos Emerald?
What were you saying before?
Huh. It's something my
Hold
grandmother
on.
taught me.
The servers are... When was that said? Was that said in Adventure 2, or was it said at the end of this game when you completed it?
What?
The servers of the seven chaos... The servers are the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Blah, blah, blah.
No,
That's...
this is all just during this. This is original.
But
dialogue.
Sonic said it at some point.
I don't think he did.
I swear he said it.
Still not sure what it all means.
Because he came to a realisation... No, it was in Adventure 2. It was with the Ark thing where he realised that the Chaos Emeralds were the bad thing for Dark. Yeah.
Chaos Emeralds, bad, never.
Why doesn't Sonic just keep the Chaos Emeralds? Except for Unleashed, where he just got cucked by Eggman, but that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yes, it is a yikes. I mean, isn't Big like 40?
I like that classic for sound effect.
What bit? The
one
boink.
of the boink.
Yeah.
That was, I believe, from one of those earlier Sonic games.
Oh yeah, the Chaos Emerald. Perfect.
Wait, he took the Chaos... What the fuck did he do? Did he shove his hand down the frog's... Jesus Christ, Tails, you absolute animal.
Hey, at least you now can do the second part.
Terrible.
So yeah.
That's a weird looking honeycombed light.
This new plane should work a lot better. I've ironed out most of the problems.
Doing what?
Here it goes.
How?
I don't know.
Do your stuff.
Emerald, do your stuff, and he just lobs it at the plane. He's like, fix it. Yeah, I. When did he build that?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You started clipping.
Oh, that's fine.
Clear for takeoff. Away we go.
Can I just allow me to? I'm typing.
I just want to know when he built that. Oh yeah, because this is where you
The only
pick
annoyance with
what
the Sonic
is
Adventure one
right.
is that well, it's actually the one with some of these ones, because in cutscenes I like to tab out and do something, or fiddle with audio and things like that, especially when recording them. But they pause when
Yeah.
when they're no longer in focus, which is annoying.
The egg carrier was completely white. It's no longer completely white.
I think that might be something. That is probably to do with the lighting overhaul that the mods, one of the mods do.
Yeah, dynamic lighting, the dynamic lighting
Yeah.
thing.
Because it looks fine in most areas, except when something's on in the distance.
Yeah, it kind of
Okay.
reminds me of Gary's mod with bloom on certain maps. Everything is just.
Bloom never
stupid.
stays on for me on Gary's mod.
Does it not?
Yeah, whenever I have it ticked, it's always disabled. I don't like it anyway, so I turn it off. But
Yeah.
it
Bloom
never
is
used to stay
annoying.
enabled when I was doing that. This is the more difficult one.
Yes, difficult.
Yeah, that's one way of doing it.
Yeah, literally just spam any button, I think. Yeah,
Spam the button.
any button besides Y works.
What do why doesn't work?
Who knows? Maybe it's because...
It might be bound to something else, but we haven't just don't know what.
Yeah. The sky ones are literally the most boring parts in this game.
Yeah, there's not much to do, and it's an on-rail shooter, so you know.
I mean, it's you move, you shoot things ish,
So far, so good.
and try not to die.
Watch this.
I suppose during this we can discuss. It's like this will probably date the video, but anyone who's got YouTube Premium should probably check their emails, or actually check their, because mine got prompted when I went onto my YouTube account, and because I'm a premium, I got a free Stadia Premiere for a month, which is like okay, but at least you get a free Stadia controller and Chromecast with it.
Yeah.
Now, we tried Stadia out. We have a pretty decent internet connection, and top grade equipment for a house, which arguably spent too much on, but never mind. And going through, and it works pretty well. We used it on desktop, Xbox controller, and wired Xbox controller, okay, and using Chrome. It wasn't terrible.
It was pretty good on desktop, actually. It was.
On desktop it was pretty good. Switched over to the Stadia controller for a little bit, and that was all right.
It's really comfortable.
Not much noticeable, like negligible latency, and yeah, it was pretty all right. It's not a bad service. I don't agree with some of their practices, especially down to the fact that if the games are removed from the system, you can no longer play it, and if you want to close your account, you lose everything. Although to be fair, that will happen on anything. But one of the main ones is that if you buy a game and then Google shuts down the service, you potentially have lost that game.
Yep.
Which, to be fair, for a Google service that isn't YouTube or their search engine, it may get shut down at some point, which means you lose access to all of your purchase stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And you wouldn't. I doubt you'd be able to even get a refund from it.
Yeah, probably not, because they probably wrote it in their terms and conditions somewhere when you don't.
Yeah, when no one reads.
But yeah, it's not bad. Now, we tried it on the Chromecast Ultra. Yes, we could have tried it over Ethernet, but we thought, okay, let's slap it with what is going to be most common for people who set up this sort of stuff. They don't have a dedicated, stupidly powerful gaming computer. They're probably using this in a living room somewhere where there's not any Ethernet laying around.
Yeah.
And most of their equipment is over Wi-Fi. Now, this is going to be the best case scenario for this device. The Wi-Fi access point is literally a couple meters away, if that, and it's plugged in, and we tried it, and the latency was
Oh, it was dreadful. It was
tolerable for some games, but if you're going to play a game that requires you to be
like kind of Twitch reactions,
or any first-person shooter,
even even Almost Die 3, it was unbearable for me.
yeah, and if that can be improved, where the latency can be better, I don't even know. It may not even be. It may have not even been running on 5 gigahertz like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
It may be running on 2.4, and most people aren't going to know how to force it. So
So, this must be the sky Skydeck, huh?
Oh, I hate. It's just pause through the game. Like you say it's a sky deck, and then you go to it and you say, "Oh, this must be the sky deck." Like no fucking shit.
Now the one thing I was hoping for is the controller works on PC. Now it has to because you can plug it in and use Stadia on your web browser. But the thing that got me, unfortunately, was using Stadia controller on PC natively. It uses D input. Now most Windows programs and games are programmed to take advantage of X input.
Yeah. Am I going the right way? No, this is the right way.
Now, because of that, when I tried using the Stadia controller, it worked for some games. Some games it refused to bind with because there were so many buttons according to the Stadia's driver that, although some buttons weren't actually being used, it just wouldn't work. So, I don't know if it's a code limit in certain games, if you just can't use controllers with so many buttons or whatever. But the annoyance game when, one, for me, I like having rumble on controllers, especially because certain games will take full advantage of that. And when plugged in physically, the Stadia controller has no rumble support.
Yeah.
None. And there's like, yeah, some people can live with that, and it's pretty nice. The controller feels really nice though. But that was like the deal breaker, because for most games, if you were to use the Stadia controller, you would have to use
Sonic!
Steam's controller layer. It's essentially a compatibility layer you can enable under the big picture settings or under the settings on your Steam system to get it. It's basically that. It also allows you to remap things, and it's actually quite fun if you want to get it. Especially if you're using a computer that's then like a media center computer, where you're just going to be using the controller, and you turn the computer on and it boots straight into big picture mode.
Yeah.
And if you want to use any other media, you can just click play on that, and
Yeah.
then that's fine.
That's a Chaos Emerald!
Yes, you would not be able to use a Stadia controller for that anyway, because you'd have to use a really long USB cable. But that would be fine.
The thing that's really nice about the Stadia controller though is it's really comfortable. It's nice grips on the back.
Yeah, it's textured in such a way. I don't actually know what the texturing, if it's actually a logo of some sort, like the PlayStation does, but
Yeah.
it's that sort of texturing. The control sticks are quite alright.
Yeah, it's in the-
Buttons are nice and clicky. The triggers, they're not like mushy, but they've got nice actuation to them.
Yeah, see with the with
For me, I kind of like the directional pad they use, because it's on a pivot, and it's not as good as a Nintendo one, but it's still a good D-pad. But I know you don't really like it.
No,
really.
I don't like it when it's like that. I don't like when it's on a pivot. When the best styled ones are the PlayStation ones, where they're singular. They're not on a ball to pivot around on, because when they're on a ball, that's when it breaks them up. It can break the easiest. That's
Unless
why
you're Nintendo, when it never happens.
it still can happen though.
It's very rare.
But and the thing that I like about the Stadia controller is it's in a very similar layout to the PlayStation controllers. So the
control sticks down the bottom, yeah, and then so we're using the Xbox button layout, for ADX and Y.
Yeah,
So that works out.
and it's got a similar shape to the PS5 controller, which is it's all right.
Yeah.
So it's quite a nice controller. The only issue that I've seen with it is that it's not exactly seamless. It is quite.
Yeah.
It's quite. It stands out a bit, especially around the sides. Besides being quite comfortable, it does stand out.
So honestly, it is a little bit heavier than a normal controller, but to be fair, it's also got a bigger battery and Wi-Fi connectivity bits, whatever you
Yeah.
components, to be able to connect directly to your Wi-Fi.
That's another really good thing is that it's not Bluetooth. It connects through your Wi-Fi instead, which is
Although I think it is Bluetooth enabled as well. But yeah, it normally connects through Wi-Fi.
yeah.
Which, for a controller, as it connects directly to the Stadia service, instead of going to your device and then going to
Yeah.
the Stadia service, is fine. So yeah.
Oh
right, missile.
Yes.
Yeah,
it
so
is.
you're doing the
I think
oh,
that.
fire hydrant.
That's Eggman.
I don't remember that being there.
I think it was there before. I think so.
It's a lot higher quality.
I think this is the last level, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Chaos was
Oh,
defeated,
okay.
and now my egg
Um,
carrier is ruined. No matter. I
Well,
will
unless there's
destroy
one more. I
Station
don't think
Square
there is one more
anyway.
level. Because there's not Twinkle Park or anything for Tails.
Pink,
Pink. Oh, I missed that.
pink Botnik. His bottom half is completely pink. Tails just falls
Fell
over.
over just somehow. I don't get Eggman's thoughts. It's like, okay, I'll blow up something or blow up the world
If that
to
missile is launched,
build stuff.
Fire!
It makes
He's all one teeth.
yeah. That's just that's normal. It's a very close rocket. Very slow as well. Doesn't blow up. Terrible. So Tails races for the rocket, and Sonic does something there.
No, it was a dud. I
So,
can't
what was
believe
Sonic doing in that highway plate?
Look.
High plate.
But I knew I shouldn't have bought it from that guy who told me it was a totally legitimate.
I know I shouldn't have bought it off of Craigslist. Oh, I thought.
Oh yeah, cutscene.
Yeah, I was confused then.
I
Right,
thought I did it before Eggman.
it's flashy. It flashed.
The fate of Station Square depends on me.
Do I have to?
Ah.
I've changed a lot since I've started hanging with Sonic. But I
Okay.
can't depend on him forever.
Shut up. I don't care about your monologue. I want to play the game.
I know I can do this by myself. Okay, Eggman, bring it on.
Bring it on.
Bring it on, Eggman. Ugh.
Just giving Eggman a decent head start.
Yeah, exactly. Just thanks for the monologue, I guess. Bye.
Do you think you can keep up with me? Begins to fly over the entire map.
Yeah. Hello. Just kind of bonk, and then I'll carry on flying. And then up here,
Opposite way.
help.
Oh, there's a roof there.
Yeah. Just these roads are absolutely dreadful. Yes.
See, Sonic had to grab onto a helicopter that was conveniently placed.
Tails can just fucking fly. Well, yeah, so down here. Just stop in place for a second there, Tails. Just might as well. Thank you, camera. I don't know where I'm going. I'm blind. I was blinded.
That was actually close.
The camera blinded me. I swear I just came from there. I guess not. I won't fly everywhere because the camera pretty much almost fucked me. Like, almost definitely. Where?
Over there.
That way? Yeah. And then this way. Then did I need to jump over to the other side? No. Need to jump this way.
It was a bit weird for the cops. Also, how would a normal person navigate this?
They wouldn't.
Solely for Tails. Almost completely failed. 50%.
50%.
That's
Well.
where Eggman is.
Oh yeah, Eggman was slow.
What? He's caught up?
He beat me. How? Sonic the Hedgehog was added to the list.
Oh yeah, the DLC.
Oh yeah. Was this the mission? See, it must be the missions thing that's part of the DLC. Because I really
Oh
don't
no,
remember.
it's Robotnik! Oh yeah, last boss fight.
Boss fight.
I forgot about
with,
this boss
with
fight.
with the stamping with the legs,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Casino Ken.
Casino Ken.
Look at the billboard.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Notice new things. Ken's Playroom.
You fool.
That sounds
Mince
very dodgy.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
You are totally scared, Tails.
I'm not scared. He's in a ball just crying. I'm not scared.
The Egg Walker.
That sounds absolutely terrifying. Not the Egg Walker.
That's one strong car.
It is. Get a load of this. I mean, that's quite the poor design, having some energy things on the outside.
I don't know. I suppose you got to put them somewhere.
I guess. Oh, he's blowing fire. I do not
It's
remember
like
him blowing
ancient
fire.
gods of destruction having a weak point on their head.
Yeah.
Or being weak to ice.
Yeah. Just, it's genius, really.
You sort of have to be underneath him,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and then it triggers that.
Yeah.
No way! I can't believe.
Pretty much, yeah. Hello.
Get a load of this. Get a load of this.
Hello.
No way! I can't believe.
He landed on you.
Terrible.
Get a load of this. Get a load of this. No way! I can't believe. He's not gonna get away with this.
Hey, there's actually a. Hey, look, someone's modified the texture. So you can actually see there's a logo on it.
Get a load of this.
A logo on what?
On the egg. On the front. Yeah. Camera.
Yeah. Oh, there's some sort of polygons here. Just put the camera right there.
That's it. I think that's Tails' stuff done.
Hey, I did it!
Wow.
Wow.
You saved the day.
I
You're
did
the.
it all by myself.
You didn't lie, did you? Don't lie. What kind of dance is that? He just walks around in the circle and just flies away.
I think that kid had a Christmas hat on.
What? Sure. I thought he was possessed for a second there as well. A lot of characters here seem possessed. Sonic seems to be running extremely slowly.
I don't remember this music. It seems different.
It does seem different.
Hope it's not copyrighted.
Well, with our talking over it, it should be enough to possibly mess
Because
with
I always
it.
thought it was. I thought the end song for Tails was "I Want to Fly High."
It is. So, I'm not sure what this. Unless it's slightly different because of. Oh, it is!
It just has a really long intro.
Jesus Christ. Ah. Oh yeah, and you can't even skip this.
Yeah.
One thing I hate about older Sonic games, you just can't skip the. Skip the.
And it just
Just plays
starts
it again.
from the beginning. Why did they not just continue it from where you left off?
Because they just hate themselves. They hate us.
So yeah, that is 2 parts of Tails.
Yeah. So we're finished with Tails.
Makes
so,
sense considering he has 2 tails.
So yeah, after this we'll be going on to Knuckles.
Yup. Knuckles is next.
Okay.
See you next time.